In this video, I'm going to be making a scratch game as a noob versus pro versus hacker. So let's go. Let's delete Scratchy and paint our not so good sprite. Let's name him the player and costume player. Let's zoom in, give him an outline of 5, and we'll make this guy, make him a bit green. Now what I usually do is I round off the corners, but I'm not going to do that because this is bad. It's the entire point of this. So I'm going to name him noob for the game, and I'm going to do winger if I clicked forever if key W. I'm coding this as if I'm a noob. So S -5. That's why I'm not going to use variables for the movement right now. Right click, duplicate all that, replace this with an X, D-A-5, -5, and I think it should all be good. So if we go here, we can see that we can move around, and yes, it looks really choppy, but that's what you get for when you're a noob. Let me add the invisible box around him. I know this is not noob-like, but at the same time, you know, it just looks too ugly to look at. So yeah, this is just gonna do for now, and I may as well do what they all do. Just because I'm nice, I'll give him a shadow. So now our boy is looking a lot more 3D. Gonna make him go to 0-0 at the start, and I'm gonna paint gun. If I zoom in here for the gun, I'm gonna give him an outline of 10. I'm gonna make it go up like this. Maybe it shouldn't be 10, maybe it should be 5. I'm gonna go up like that, around like that, right here and right here. Gonna smooth out that corner. Aim him to gun. I'm gonna center him, and I think I have to make him a bit smaller. He's a way too big. An outline of 7 looks like I could do. So let's add the invisible box like that. Now I can code the gun script. Winger if I click forever, go to player, point in direction, player, direction. So it's pretty easy. You know he's gonna go there, and oh wait, I'm actually stupid. What am I doing? Point in direction, bruh. Point towards mouse pointer. There we go. And so now we can see that this guy has a gun on him at all times, and yeah, not a lot about it. So now let's just make a very simple backdrop. And we're using a backdrop because only noobs do that, obviously. Make it a little bit of a bright yellow. Maybe I'll make it darker. And I'm gonna add some bushes just like this, and we can copy and paste them around the place. Maybe we make one wider, one lower, one bigger, and a wide. And then we can make a little bit of white, or not white, green around the edges. Maybe for like a little stone path. Name it BG for background. Make a sprite bullet, and in the gun, winger flick forever if face. Then create clone of bullet. And if I go into the bullet costume, make the bullet like this. Name it bullet, and now I'm gonna do like wait 0.1 seconds, so we have a bit of delay. And in the bullet, when I start as a clone, well actually before that, winger if I click hide, and when I start as a clone, go to gun, point in direction, gun, direction, and repeat this until touching edge, move 5 steps, and then delete itself. So go in here, we click start. Nothing's working because I didn't make it show. There we go. And now when I click the green flag, we can see that we're shooting, but as you can see, we're not shooting in the proper spot. And since I'm a noob, I don't know how to fix that. So it is what it is. Now we need to make the one last thing, the enemy. Okay, in here, enemy. And the enemy can be this guy, but red. Name him enemy. Go in here, and wing green if I clicked, hide, and then forever, wait a second, and then I'm gonna create clone of myself. And when I start as a clone, go to random position, and then set Y to just 400, so it's way up the top of the screen. And then repeat until touching bullet, point towards player, move 5 steps, and I may as well make this guy shoot 10 steps. And then we can delete this clone. So now this is the entire noob game. Wait, no, it's not. Make him show. So now this is the entire noob game. Oh my god, I need to. Okay, let me just set the rotation style to don't rotate and go. Now as we can see, they're just coming towards me, and I can just shoot them. Very simple mechanic in game. Wow, this is so bad. And so the pro, let's go. Delete paint player in 3, 2, 1. Bam. Now you see I didn't add the most detail because he's a pro. He's not a hacker. But it still looks pretty cool. Go in the code. So let's do winger if I clicked, make a variable X speed, Y speed, set them both to 0, and then forever if E W, gonna change Y speed by 5, right click, duplicate S -5, and I'll just do it all again except for the X speed. So there we go. And now we need to winger if I click forever, change X and change Y by X speed and Y speed. And then forever just set X speed 2 times 0.9 X speed, and same with the Y speed. So now I think it should all work. So if I set myself to 0-0, let's go check it out. There we go. Now he's pretty smooth, but he's extremely fast. So I probably need to turn him down. Like 2, 2, -2, -2, and he's extremely slippery. So if I just change this one to like 0.8, 0.8, it should become a lot harder. There we go. Now it's pretty smooth. Now that's movement done. Now we can do paint gun, and I'm gonna try to make a more detailed gun. I'll be back when I finish. And so this is what it's looking like. I'm gonna move him in the middle, make the box gun, and winger if I clicked forever, go to player, point towards mouse pointer. It's pretty simple. So now we have an actual decent looking gun, except he's kind of blocking his face, as we can see. So I'm gonna make him change X by 30 or something. So now as you can see, he's on his right, but if I go over here, it looks really wonky. So I'm gonna make it so he switches over here once my mouse cursor is on the left of him. I'll show you what I mean by that. If I just write some code, boom, with this code here, we can see that, you know, it's like really cool, smooth. It works very well, and overall it just looks insanely cool, to be honest. Like, it's super smooth, everything works perfectly fine, and dude, I don't even, oh my god, it's so nice to look at, it's crazy. But now we gotta work on the gun. Or, no, the bullet. Bullet, zoom all the way in here. And instead of this one being a giant line, I'm gonna make it a bit of a circle. Now I'm gonna make a outline just so it doesn't look really weird. There we go. Name a bullet, go in here. And in the gun, when I start forever, if key space or mouse down, then create a clone of bullet and wait 0.1 seconds. We're gonna go into the bullet. When if I clicked, hide. And it's basically the same code that we used before. So when I start as a clone, go to gun, point direction, gun direction, and just repeat until touching edge. It's gonna move 10 steps and then delete itself. But we have to show. So let's just see what this looks like real quick. If I shoot, okay, that's not bad. It just has to be positioned better. So if I move this one, has to be up a little bit. That's like basically perfect. Yeah, see, look at that. If I move it more to the right, there we go. Now it actually looks like it's coming out of the gun. Look at that. That's actually like quite cool. I'm gonna move it 15. I'll see if that looks any cooler. Yeah, that looks good. All right. And I think it'd be cool that every time it's key space, it would move negative 10 steps so backwards. And I'm not even sure if this is gonna work, but like, oh, it does work. That's, oh my god, that's so cool. Dude, look at that. It's crazy. Oh no, yeah, what's the problem with this one? Hold on a minute. Why is it looking weird from this side? That's just very funky. Let me bug fix this real quick. All right, I think it should be fixed now. Yep, there we go. Dude, that actually looks so sick. I can't get over that. Oh my god. I've never like actually put this much effort into trying to make a gun. Maybe it's a bit too much recoil, so I'll do -5. There we go. That's more realistic. That's actually crazy, man. So now let's do paint enemy. And like last time, we're just gonna copy and paste this guy into here, but we're gonna make him red, and we're gonna make him look sad. But more realistically, he would be angry. So there we go. And something like this looks decent enough. So when green flag clicked, hide, and forever, wait a second, and create a clone of yourself. And instead of wait a second, we'll do 1 to 0.5 to 2 seconds, just a little bit more random. And you've already seen this code before, so boom, boom, bam. And there we go, all the code. So if we go back into here, what is bro doing? Hold on. Okay, this is not all the code apparently. Point towards player. That's more like it. Let's go. So now as you can see, we have, wait, my bullets don't destroy them. Now we need to make them to die by our gun, because right now they're just gonna infinitely come out and try and kill us. So repeat until touching bullet. I had the wrong thing there. In the player, when I clicked forever, if touching enemy, then we're gonna do the basic thing of stopping all to show that you died. And while we're at it, we may as well make a score. And when I start, I'm gonna set score to 0. And then when touching the bullet, I'm gonna set score, or it's gonna change score by 1. So let's see how this looks. Okay, we have these guys. Wait, why is the score going up? Oh, I'm actually dumb. Has to be below there. So here we go. 1, 2. Oh, I can just kill them behind there, can't I? No, it's looking pretty good so far. This is only what a pro would do. And believe me, you will not believe what a hacker is like. And just to finish it off a little bit more, we can make a background. Boom, 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 boom. Maybe move the score down here. And now we have an entire pro-like game. Now, if you made it this far, you may as well like and subscribe. I may as well be doing something right. So let's move on to the hacker.
One eternity later.
Upgrade the guns very slightly. Get its color, make it lighter, just a 5 or something. Go like that. Do the exact same thing this way. And I'm gonna make him rounder at the bottom, just like so. So now he's all round. And I'm gonna steal this color right here and add a little bit of a box down here, or a little bit of a whatever that is. I don't even know, streak. Now the man's looking a lot fresher. And the bullet, it can basically just stay the same. It's not even that much of a difference. The enemies, these guys look like garbage. So I'm gonna change them to just these guys, but I'm gonna make them have a bit of a animation. I'm gonna make him squeeze down very slightly. I'm gonna make him squeeze down half one of these blocks. I'm gonna do it again, so that's gonna be an entire full block, and I'll maybe just do one more half block. So now it's gonna look like boom, boom, boom. Then we'll do 5, which is gonna be very much outstretched. So I'm gonna copy and paste this one here. I'm gonna make him go up 1, so boom. And I feel like this movement's gonna be a lot different. I'll show you what I mean. When we start, I'm just gonna make him do a second, so it's completely even. I'm gonna repeat this until that. I'm gonna repeat. Well, hold on. I'll just do it when I'm finished. I don't even know what I'm doing. Okay, so with this jumble mess of code, I'll tell you what I did. So I basically, this is entire like animations. I gave it its animation, and then it's gonna move. It's pretty simple. This one, if it's touching the bullet, that's gonna do a little bit of a death animation, change the score by 1, delete itself. And then I also added layering. So if I take off the layering, I'll show you what this looks like. You can see that they kind of like overlap really weirdly. That like one, like for example, this guy should be behind him, but he's not because there's any layering. And so if I shoot them, you know, little death animation. But then if I put this layering on, you could see that I just gotta wait. You can see the guy at the back that they're all like behind each other. So I basically said if their Y position is less than the other person's Y position, then it's gonna go to the back. Pretty simple, but it really drastically improves the game. So I can just get rid of all these guys. It's really satisfying. I'll let you know that. And so this video's gone on for long enough, and so I'm gonna finish the entire game. I'll see you when I'm finished. And so here's the finished game. As we can see, everything's basically the same, except I got a score, round, start screen, and 3 new enemies. Well, 3 in total. I did add sound effects, but you probably won't hear anything right now. If I click start, everything fades off, and we can see these guys. They have animations, and they look really cool. If I hit him one time, I only do 50 damage. I hit him again, he dies, so I have to hit him twice. It's pretty simple. And then then we go back to the slimier start screen, and it is quite fun to play with. I can just shoot enemies for as long as time goes on. Plus, this game is infinite, so it's going to infinitely get harder and more complicated, with enemies at least. And so now, what you've been waiting for, the entire hacker game now.